Hi, I'm Charles Cadell and welcome to K12Press WebmasterHUB. We're going to do a video tutorial today on your news articles, your blog articles, your news page of your website and how to set that up on the beginner level. We'll have another tutorial where we go into more of the design of it and creating the theme for your blog posts or your news articles, things like that. But this will actually get you up and running and get you started. Getting that set up on your website. So we're going to go on the XYZ Academy demo website here for K12Press, and we're going to take a look real quick at the differences between a post and a page, because by default with WordPress you have posts and pages. Posts are basically a title, a block of information, the ability to add categories and tags to that block of information. Pages have the same thing, you just don't add categories, but they're more of your static pages of your website. So if we go into the Pages tab here, you see that we got pages for the XYZ Academy website. That's all your information there within your website itself, and then you have posts, and this is where you handle your news articles and things that where you want to champion your students and teachers, things that are going on within the district. This is where you want to put that. Now you're going to be able to use your news articles more for search engine optimization, for being able to add content consistently within your website, but there are plugins that are available to where you easily take all your news posts and your blog articles and put them in a newsletter and be able to send those out. Those will be a future tutorial as well. But let's take a real quick look here. So we're going to go into post, and normally you just click add new post, and it looks very similar to how you add a page, but you create a new post just by giving it a title. You can say this is test post. And then you use your Divi builder to build out the same blocks of a page that you would do normally within Divi. However, if you have a pre-made layout, like if you've gone in the past and you've created a post and created a pre-made layout, you can load that from here, or you can just start building. Now, usually within articles, you have a WordPress default right sidebar here, and then you have a single column that you're going to work within here on the left. I'm going to put in a text module, and this is where you just add your content. Now, when you add blog posts, you want to make sure that you use it for SEO purposes appropriately by defining header tags and things like that. Google and other search engines really like where you parse out that information appropriately and tag things appropriately within there. So you'd have your title, and you don't want to make it your H1 tag because you're already using an H1 tag for the title of the post itself. But if you wanted to give a little bit more information here, if you wanted to chunk the information, you would put your heading 2 or your heading 3 within there. I actually did not enter after I entered that, but normally you'd enter, start a new line, and then you can go through and actually tag that as your H2 or your H3. You could have some information there, and then if you had sub heading information, you could create another tag, and you could even go one step lower, and if we did H3 for the one before, you could, or an H2 for the one before, you could do an H3 here. You can enter in that information and start entering in another paragraph of information there as well. Now, once you've got your content put in here, you're going to go ahead and save by clicking that green check mark at the bottom and expand your page menu here at the bottom. When you've expanded that page menu, click that gear icon. These are the post settings. These are where you add your title if you haven't already. A lot of times you're going to tweak that title for SEO purposes. If you're using the all-in-one SEO plugin that's available through the K12Press plugin library, it actually gives you a score on your title, and you can in real time edit and tweak that title to see your score raise, to see what it is. Almost always you're going to add an excerpt. Your excerpt is a summation of your blog article there. You want it to be under 160 characters for SEO purposes. You would enter in that information there as well, and then you would add a featured image. Now I'm going to do a separate tutorial all about featured images, but this is where you would upload, and I'm going to go ahead and upload one that's already there. You will have default setting sizes for these images that you want to make sure that when you're creating in Canva that you're following a template that you have there in Canva for creating creating your news article featured images, but you will just either upload that into your media library, select that in your media library, and then add that there, and then you'll go through and create categories and add it to categories. So you'll have a list of categories that you create. You can even give categories descriptions, because by default WordPress actually creates a page for each category where they list out all the blog posts that are associated with that particular category. However, we're just going to, for this one, select a quick category there. If you've defined tags, you can have tags here. You can also define those at another step, but we're going to go through and just go ahead and click that, and we're going to save this as a draft. So this is now saved. Now, this isn't going to be perfectly pretty. We're not going through and actually showing you how to design out these pages quite yet. We're just wanting to put something here for testing purposes. So we have another test post here. It shows your date, who's the author of it, comments if they're allowed. Now, by default, a lot of us within school districts, we don't want to add comments. Here, we want to make sure that we're leaving that for engaging in conversation on social media. So almost every news article you're going to end up sharing on your social media as well. And that's where you can get that engagement, where you can engage with the conversations that might be driven from Facebook and things like that. So we have now two potential things here. But before we fully publish this one, I'm going to go back into Dashboard, and I'm going to go into my post lists. And I'm going to show you real quick. We have the one that I've created, and then we had this one that we just put together now. I'm going to click Quick Edit. I'm going to hover over that post title. I'm going to click Quick Edit there. This is if you have more than one author on your WordPress website. This is where you would select that author. There will be a little drop down for author. You can also create more categories and check the categories that you want to put in there. If you want to enter in tags, you can enter in tag, comma, another tag. These all get saved. These are great for SEO, but you just put on all those associated with this particular post, you know, robotics competition, stuff like that. Just kind of want to put in different things that people could potentially find that article under. This gets built out and becomes much more sophisticated as your site improves. I'm going to turn off allow comments, and I'm going to go ahead and publish this. When I click update, it'll publish this article. Now, this demo site isn't indexed by search engines, so I don't have to worry about this information. But you can see over here, a quick look at my SEO scores. Man, it shows me my title there, test post, is a horrible title for SEO. Well, yeah, you would think so. The XYZ Student Spring Robotics Competition is also a pretty horrible title. The content within there, that's not a great score either. That's passable, but you can do much better. Well, we'll do another tutorial where you can actually go in and tweak the content of your news articles using AIO SEO plugin. But for right now, what I really want to show you guys is, if you wanted to see these posts, you need to create a page for these posts to show up. Because all the website is designed to show is the pages that you've created for that particular post type pages. But inside here, if we wanted to link to a page that lists out all the different articles and it shows the excerpts that we have in there, and you can set up a theme to where you can make this perfectly on brand. You can add some really cool features and elements to it. I'll show you that at a different time, guys. But for right now, you can just see we have two posts there and set that up. In order to do that, because you're using Divi theme, I want you to go back into the dashboard here and go to settings down here towards the bottom and just go into reading. The reading settings are going to show you that we've actually, by default, our home page is a page that we created, the Demo XYZ landing page, the home page there. But it has a place where you can set up a post page, and this is where it's going to list out all those pages by default, and you can design and set up that right sidebar there to have all kinds of great information, calls to action to get people to sign up for your newsletter, things like that. But in order to do this, all you got to do is create a page, not a post, for your news. So I created a page, and I just gave it a title. I called it XYZ News, and I saved it and published it. I didn't actually put any content over there because the content's going to be overwritten with a list of your posts. And then I made sure I linked to that in my main navigation, so I'm linked to the XYZ News in the main navigation under this little globe icon here. And then by default, it just lists out your most recent posts here, and you can define how many are most recent. And like I said, we're about to do a tutorial on how to design your news pages using the Divi theme builder and make it look sharp and make everything set up. Also look for a related tutorial about featured images. As always, like and subscribe if you're working on a school district website or a school campus website and you're using WordPress. I have a feeling that K12Press Solutions on YouTube or the K12Press WebmasterHUB is going to be a wealth of information for you. Thank you very much and have a great day.